All right, guys, whether it's amateur wrestling, MMA, or even disc golf, our next guest has done it all now with a number of big podcasts on Rockfin, including Funky and the FRB Show and the Funky Crypto Pod. It is an honor to be once again joined by the former Bellator and ONE champion, Ben Askren, on Submission Radio. Ben, welcome back, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well today. I just got a workout and a sauna in. I got practice later tonight, so having a good day.
Of course, you didn't mention the biggest news, and that is the last time we saw a Bitcoin was almost worth 20,000 USD from what we saw last time. And now you've got that.
Bitcoin's on fire. When did I come on last? I don't even remember.
Well, it wasn't when you were this rich. And also, you've got that Wolf of Wall Street haircut now, Ben. So tell us.
Well, I just got out of the shower. That's why it looks like that.
Okay, I got you. I thought the Bitcoin was just changing everything. But now that you're super wealthy and basically the Vince McMahon of podcasting, how many houses have you bought since we spoke to you last?
Well, I wouldn't say it's going to have to go up more till I would classify myself as super wealthy. But obviously, we're happy with Bitcoin's progress this year. It started the year at 7. After that dip, March 13th, when all the markets hit the crap, went out of 5. And now we're back touching towards all-time highs of 20. But I think we're going to go much, much past this in the next 12 months. So I'm excited. I love Bitcoin. I'm all in. I love what it is, not just the fact that the number goes up. The fact that the number goes up, I do enjoy that part, obviously. But I love the financial freedom that it allows people to have.
Yeah, and also I think it makes you the A-side officially now against Jake Paul. But before we get to there, obviously we want to ask your thoughts on this Tyson Jones pay-per-view this past weekend, which ended up being a lot of fun, man. Did you watch it? What did you think of it?
Yeah, so I watched it the next day. I did not watch it live. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I know some people were crapping on it. I know they weren't what they were 20 years ago, 25 years ago. It was fine. I thought they still looked pretty good. I enjoyed it. They both had some skill. They both had good strategy. They obviously knew boxing, even if they weren't quite as quick as they were or as powerful as they were when they were younger. I thought it was good.
Reminded me a little bit of Hulk Hogan versus The Rock at WrestleMania 18, except Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, for some reason, didn't run in at the end of the Roy Jones Jr. Mike Tyson fight, and I don't know why. But let me ask you this, man. Jake Paul obviously got the win over Nate Robinson. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, it's hard to say when you're going against someone who's that bad. I watched the highlights, and Nate Robinson, good God. I mean, honestly, it looks like he'd never been boxing before. For someone who's such an elite athlete, I mean, this guy is a very elite athlete. He was a great basketball player. He couldn't box worth a damn. So I guess Jake Paul has at least enough power to put Nate Robinson to sleep. I don't really know if that tells us very much.
So where do you fit in now with this whole Jake Paul Ben Askren feud? Is there an interest in this fight?
I don't know if there's a feud more than this guy's just said my name a few times. Yeah, it's like most people are like, oh, I don't know why Ben Askren would stoop to that level. It's like, listen, when I was in high school, I don't know about you guys, one of the fun things we do is a bunch of dudes come to our house, we put on some boxing gloves, and we try to beat the shit out of each other. Like we did that for free. We just did that for fun. And now you're telling me you're going to pay me a whole bunch of money to beat up a YouTube star. Like, I don't know. That just sounds like a fun Friday night to me.
What is the situation though with your UFC contract? Would you even be able to do it?
I don't know. I'm sure. Ask, and I'm sure they would say yes. It's not like it's a competing promotion or anything to that effect. I would have to assume I'd be able to.
What do you make when obviously Jake Paul is mentioning your name? Like,
did you guys do that, or am I strange? Am I the only one who got together with his friends and put some boxing gloves on and punched each other a few times?
I remember Dennis and I were doing it in my room once in like high school. We were like 12,
yeah.
and I had one pair of gloves. So we were like, we'll just wear one each, and we'll just go at it.
Oh, bit of a Mike Perry, Darren Till situation.
Yeah.
There was this one time where it was like a battle royale. So I think I want to say we had 3 sets of gloves, right? And they were the big ones. Then they were 16 ounces or 18 ounces, something very large. And it was like we did 6 guys, and everyone got 1 glove. So you had punches coming from everywhere. You had to watch out. Yeah. I mean, that Maybe I'm an idiot, but that was a fun Friday night for me.
No, it was great. That's what Friday nights are made of. And I love the Art Jimmerson Battle Royale that you guys had and that me and Dennis had as well.
Art Jimmerson Battle Royale. You should trademark that. And, I'm not so sure that would fly with the commissions in America.
Yeah.
But I seen some shit in Russia. You could probably get away with that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For a Russian or Polish league, the Art Jimmerson Invitational for sure. But I wanted to ask you, Ben, what sort of goes through your mind when you see somebody like Jake Paul calling out yourself, who obviously there's a massive, massive discrepancy in skill between the two of you guys as fighters. People still see Jake as a YouTube star, not so much a fighter. What do you think when he calls your name?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm someone who was a high-level fighter, who has a large following, who was maybe not known for his stand-up. I think that's probably what he's thinking. But, I've worked out with some other guys, just kind of been around, right? And they're not fighters. And every fat guy on the couch in America thinks he can fight, right? They really do. And then once they feel what a real fighter feels like, it's just different, right? And there's just that gap. Like, they don't understand what it really feels like.
If it was, I think you're very right about that. If it was to be a fight, you and Jake Paul, would it be boxing or MMA? What would you prefer?
I said I don't care.
You don't either one.
I would Muay Thai, kickboxing, boxing, Lethwei. Name a style. You name a style, I'll win.
He wants Dylan Dennis next, and then he mentioned he wants Conor McGregor next. What was your reaction when you saw him calling out Dennis? Your arch nemesis as well, Dylan Dennis.
now Dylan's my arch nemesis. Fantastic.
You have two arch nemesis right now. You've got Jake Paul and Dylan Dennis. Look at you.
Some scary guys. Some very scary guys. Who knows? Dennis is a bum. So I'm retired, so I have an excuse for not fighting. Dennis hasn't fought in 18 months, and he's not retired. I mean, he might as well be retired for as far as I'm concerned. The guy hasn't fought in 18 months. He's a bum.
Who would you give the edge to if Dennis and Jake Paul fought in say, a boxing match?
I have literally never seen Dylan Dennis do any stand-up, so I have no idea what it looks like.
In terms of your hip, though, man, you're looking good. You got the new haircut. You're a multimillionaire because
it's not a new haircut. I just got out of the shower.
You're a different man now, Ben. All right, you've changed. You've changed. You're like Michael Douglas now. But tell us, when would you be ready to fight? I know you had the hip replacement recently. How's it feeling? And do you reckon you could be back in 2021, early 2021, maybe?
It's good. I'm not supposed to do live I'm not supposed to do like live wrestling, for example, for a year post surgery, which is September 1st. Boxing, that seems kind of easy. Like, I'm sure I could do that. Right? I mean, there's no like shots, there's no slams, there's no leg locks. I don't know. That seems relatively safe to me.
Is it crazy to think that you and Dylan Dennis could do a boxing match before you ever did a grappling match? Imagine that.
Imagine that. That would be funny. Yeah, that would be funny. I don't know that the UFC or Bellator would let him do that, but you never know.
Who interests you more, a Dylan Dennis matchup at any kind or a Jake Paul one?
Oh, I would say they're relatively like the same level. Like to me, they're both just like celebrity type guys who want to act like they're tough, but they probably aren't really that tough.
I think either one has fun written all over it. All right, we'll stop playing matchmaker and trying to get you into a fight. We know you're still in the recovery period. I want to ask you about some other interesting news that came out, obviously just fresh today. Leon Edwards is officially, he's officially out of this fight with Khamzat Chimaev. This is probably the most looked forward to fight at the end of the year, and that's saying something with UFC 256 there. What do you think of this? Well, I guess it's not that surprising with the COVID landscape, but what do you think of the news?
Yeah, it's bad news. No fun. The UFC has now lost 6 main events in a row due to Corona. It sucks. This is no fun at all. So yeah, I don't know. Nothing, but it sucks. That's it. I'm not happy with it.
Do you still want to see the fight rebooked in 2021, or do you think that's it for it?
Listen, if I'm the UFC, I'm gonna try to rebook. I'm I'm gonna try to rebook him quickly. Like I'm gonna try to rebook him on that card, the Chimaev against a different opponent, and then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna try to match him up with Leon Edwards maybe in January or February. He's done a quick turnaround before. There's really no reason he can't do it again.
Do you feel? I wonder if it was you who told us this, that when you get to this point and you're fighting guys like Leon Edwards, you can't make turnarounds that quick anymore because the level of competition.
I didn't tell you that. That was not me. I actually think the quick turnaround is one of the quickest ways for UFC fighters to gain fan appeal and to gain stardom. I think it's a great idea for them.
And I know the people were sort of trying to preview the fight, and as we were getting closer to it, was a part of you feeling like Khamzat was going to be able to do it, or did you still think Leon Edwards all the way?
I probably would have leaned towards Edwards, but with Chimaev, we just don't know at this point. So, yeah, I guess I would probably lean towards Edwards, but I'm not sure also.
Let me ask you this, because it does look like they will try and rebook this fight. And by the way, shout out to Leon Edwards, who apparently lost 12 pounds of muscle in 12 pounds in 4 days, which is just crazy. For having coronavirus.
Come on. Stop. 12 pounds of muscle. Get out of here.
Okay, maybe not muscle. Maybe not muscle. Maybe a lot of that is water weight, but still 12 pounds in 4 days of body weight. I mean, it's not like he's cutting weight, with the coronavirus. That's crazy. So to rebook him in January, do you think he can make such a quick turnaround? If he's super sick, and then next month.
What was that? Kevin Holland, he got corona, they just moved him back a week.
But he's a super healer. He's like the Wolverine of the middleweights.
Yes, he's like the Wolverine or something. I mean, he's a guy, we talk about quick turnarounds. He's gained popularity this year because he's turned around a lot. He's fighting, I think, his 5th fight of 2020. That is one of the things that gains you notoriety 100%.
But I mean, with Leon, if they want to rebook this in January, will he even be at full capacity to take on a guy like Khamzat?
I have no idea. I don't want to comment on his health status. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Speaking of health status, doctors say recently in a new study that having smooth balls increases your life expectancy and your health status by over 300% and improves the life quality of the people around you, including your partner and or fling/mistress. So if you want those silky smooth balls, Manscaped are offering the Lawnmower 3.0, the absolutely best grooming device on the market. It's got an LED light, 90 minutes of battery life, it's waterproof, and 7,000 RPM. So if your circuit breaker in your house breaks down, you could probably power your house, or maybe not, I'm not too sure, but it is a very, very, very good tool. And Manscaped are giving away a cheeky 20% off if you use the code SUBMISSION. Isn't that right, Dennis?
Yeah, man, the holiday season is just around the corner, and why not get the perfect package? You get 2 free gifts and 20% off with the code word SUBMISSION. Get yourself a free pair of underwear, or how about the Shed travel bag? Both are super awesome and super handy when it comes to having a smooth Christmas break. Jump onto manscaped.com, use the code word SUBMISSION, get you 20% off and free shipping today.
By the way, it is Cyber Week in this post-Cyber Monday. Well, Cyber Week, we should say, and PureVPN has still got the deals rolling. If you're streaming fiends like us, PureVPN is a great way to stream stuff safely without people tracking you and getting all your information. They have over 6,500 servers, and it helps you stream all you want, including Disney Plus, 7 different Netflix regions. Netflix in US, Netflix in UK, Canada, Australia, France, Germany, and Japan. You can stream all sorts of different regions on Amazon Prime, BBC iPlayer UK, ITV, and many others. You can even, if you want to say, book flights on a deal that is only available in a different country, you can use PureVPN to change your region, and their deals are crazy. 88% off on the 5-year plan, which comes down to $1.32 a month and $79 over the course of 5 years. Insane deals. Oh, and if you use the code SUBMISSION, you get an additional 10% off. Isn't that right, Dennis?
That's right, Cass. Watch the Dutch version of Big Mama's House today, this holiday season with PureVPN at purevpn.com/submission. Use that code word SUBMISSION. Get the extra 10% off. That is a deal on wheels, Cass. That's an unbelievable savings. So jump on PureVPN today. But Ben, while we're talking about the welterweight division, there's talks of Colby Covington doing the Ultimate Fighter with Jorge Masvidal. Are you in, or are you thinking maybe not? Does that sound like fun to you?
Sure. Why not? I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched the Ultimate Fighter in a while. I probably wouldn't watch those two. But I'm sure some people would like it.
It's interesting how long it's taking to put these fights together. I know Kamaru Usman will possibly, and it looks like he's going to be booked in to fight Gilbert Burns next. But with all this hype around Chimaev, let's say he does make these couple of quick turnarounds. Do you think there could be a possibility where he somehow gets a title shot very, very soon?
Yeah, definitely possible.
All right, Ben. So anyway, let's get back to you because we've got a couple of quick questions for you, and then you got to run off possibly to some kind of billionaire meeting, some kind of Bitcoin meetup around the corner.
Right.
Just quickly, before we let you go, I'm sure we won't be speaking to you again until after January. So I just want to get your quick prediction. You know, McGregor's coming back against Dustin Poirier. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Do you believe it goes similarly to the first one, the first fight that we saw where he put away Dustin so quickly?
No, I think Dustin's more competitive. But I think at the same time you probably still lean towards McGregor. But I mean, the other thing, hopefully Dustin fought on tilt that first fight, so hopefully he learned his lesson from that.
Dude, yeah, and I'm excited to see your man Chandler in there. I know you guys spent a lot of time together in college wrestling. He was talking about how you and Tyron Woodley really kind of shaped him in college and how much of an effect you guys had on him. Did you know you had that much influence on him?
Yeah, we were really close. Obviously, that was some really kind words he said on the Shaw podcast, and that was really nice to hear that. But I hope he gets a fight booked. You know, he's been trying for a while, and he hasn't quite made it happen. So I hope he gets one booked up pretty soon.
You think he could go all the way? A lot of people are really sort of saying this man could be the future of the division.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a lot of success in Bellator. He's got a lot of power, great wrestling. Yeah, for sure.
All right, well, as we wrap up, Christmas is around the corner. So, Ben, break it down for us. I know you got the new haircut. You're a different man now. Don't deny it. You changed. You're different. You're different. I know you bought a new truck, but apparently you're buying a Maserati after this. So tell us, what does Christmas look like for the Askren family? I know things are pretty crazy.
We're staying home. We're staying home here in Wisconsin. I got 3 kids now. My wife's parents are coming up. I'm sure we'll have my parents over, and yeah, everything's great.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. It might be crazy over around the world, but the Askren family is looking to have a pretty good Christmas right now. Make sure to check out Ben on Twitter and Instagram at Ben Askren and subscribe to Rockfin. For all of us podcasts, the Funky and FRB show, and the Funky Crypto podcast, become rich and get into this Bitcoin game before it hits $100,000 of Bitcoin. Ben, don't forget us when you end up buying buildings and streets in New York. Remember the guys.
Got it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.
Thanks, Ben.